Welcome back to Skyblock. Last episode, we built this very large platform. And today, it's time to put something on top of it. And what that is, it's going to be a volcano. And inside that volcano is going to be hollow because that is where we're putting our Team River base. So we'll have a bunch of things inside of it. But the volcano will be pretty tall, plenty of room for everything we need, and then there's going to be some things above the volcano later point. So what I need to do now is I need to go collect all the materials for this because there's a lot of nether materials, there's a lot of dark materials. I need concrete, I need black wool, I need various black stone, I need netherrack, I need nether brick. What else do I need? Magma blocks, orange glass, I think a bunch of copper. So yeah, this is going to be a very grindy time and then a very big build. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to go to the nether, set up a generator, and start collecting materials. Then I'm going to figure out what else I need to do because I'm not making a sheep farm. There's no point. The shop sells wool. I cannot get wool quick enough if I farm sheep because I don't know if we have sheep spawn eggs here. We don't have a sheep spawner, and I'm not putting out a bunch of grass hoping for sheep. I'm not doing that normal Skyblock thing when we're not playing normal Skyblock. So, let me go to the nether, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I decided I'm going to go check about those sheep spawn eggs and just see what, if we have them. I doubt we do, but let me put boots on real quick since I have feather falling, and I'll also check my shop real quick and see how we're doing here. The money is automatically deposited to my account, but I have to check stock. Plenty of mending, couple sharpness, trim. We're the skelly skulls, which I think will be selling after the end is open, which is today as I record this. Let's see. 7 days for 5K. Did that. Okay, so that's not automatic. That's good to know. Until I went up. Oops. Go over here. I think that's where the spawn eggs are. Oh, and this is Bikini Bottom. This is Skiz's house. Apparently Skiz is SpongeBob, and Impulse is Squidward. There is no Patrick Star. He's probably at the Krusty Krab, which is also not here. I cannot wait to get to elytra so I don't have to climb a ladder ever again. Okay. Villagers, donkey, mule, camel, wolf, cat, mushroom, pear, dolphin, turtle, armadillo, warden. I bought a bunch of them already. That's it. Okay then, let me check spawners. And let me eat because I am jumping off of here. And feather falling should protect me. And spawners are in the purple sub. No, that's minions. spawners are in the yellow submarine. Yeah. Let's see if we have sheep spawners. For some reason, I don't think we have passive mob spawners. I think it's mostly hostile mobs with their AI off. Let's see. Magma cube spawner. I don't want to deal with that for the cubes or the blocks. No. Darn. So regular Skyblock mechanics then for getting sheep, which means I will be buying it from the shop. I am not dealing with sheep. If I could get a spawner, maybe, but no, I am not doing that. So I will be buying my wool from the shop. All right, time to go to the Nether. I know I said we were going to go to the Nether, but I actually need to get Skulk, and we do not have Skulk in the shop, nor do we have a Skulk farm, and the normal stone generator won't work well because we get ores. So I'm gonna have to be creative with this. Okay, so after a little while, Ramble here has helped me get everything I need from the Nether. So now we can go back to the overworld and start a build. So let's go do that. So real quick, you're gonna see something in this time lapse that's about to start that looks like creative. It's not. It's a island booster called Fly that lets us buy it for 10,000 in-game dollars, and then we can do stuff like this. It's basically like a creative flight, but it is not creative mode. I'm middle clicking and I have other shulkers in here, so that's why that's coming up. If I click the stone, it doesn't come up. I have 35 of these slabs in my pocket. It comes up. If I toss them out, it doesn't come up. Can't change game mode. No creative inventory. I just wanted to clear that up because when I'm building up there, you will see me actually using this a lot. And I noticed in the time lapse, there's one point where I'm just kind of like Superman sitting there in the void floating above it. So figured I'd clear that up before this gets started. So with that out of the way, here's the time lapse. All right, so we now have a volcano. I used magma blocks and glass, so I didn't have to worry about actual lava and all of the problems that come along with trying to place that many buckets down. And also just as a safety thing, so if I'm working up above on the next thing, and fall, I don't burn or lose anything. With this done, I want to talk about the exterior. Let's actually fly. I got wings, and I'll explain that in a minute. But there's all this smooth stone here that just kind of looks out of place. So I think what I'm going to do is try to make some lava rock looking texture down here. This is great, but it's not quite what I want. And then in addition to that, I think it would be cool to have some actual lava flowing off the sides. So that's something I have to consider. We do have this water column here to get in and out, which is nice. So I think some lava flowing from other directions would be interesting, maybe not as wide as the water column, but just some gradual lava flowing down like through the crevices and stuff would be good. During the building of this, I ended up taking a rose bush to someone and discovered they're my neighbor. Which is why I can see this clearly, because I have the Bobby mod, which lets me see far. So they've been busy. I unfortunately have just built a volcano right next door to their home, and they might want to consider volcano insurance because, well, like I said, lava. So let's talk about those wings that I got. Earlier in the day, Impulse came by, and quite a few of the server players went with him to open the end and kill the dragon. It was chaos. I did not participate in the chaos. So IX3 and I went later to get some wings of our own, as well as collect a pair for Mystic B, who gave me Skulk for my volcano. I figured that was a good trade. Couple stacks of Skulk, wings. So that's going to be the episode. There's a lot more to do around here, but that time lapse building this volcano, that took 8.5 hours minimum to actually put this volcano together. And that doesn't include collecting all the materials. Now, ooh, creeper. Okay, he despawned. Let's see if I can... I'm gonna get up there. And I hit myself. As I was saying, ignore the arrow. This was a lot of work. I spent at least 8.5 hours building the volcano, not including collecting all the resources, and it was just a lot. So this is a shorter episode, but we're set up for doing some cool stuff next time. We have a couple things to build up outside the volcano, and we have this whole interior to figure out. And with this interior, I didn't actually plan anything. I just am going to kind of wing it. I have a general idea of things that need to be in here, but not exactly where they're going to go, what they're going to look like. So that's going to be an interesting thing to figure out. I do expect it to take up the entire inside of the volcano, though. So we will be having stuff up high in the sky here, down on the flat level, and then I'm probably going to stop doing that, hopefully. Decorate this center a little more and just make it more interesting. And yeah, I think it's going to be interesting what we come up with. So I am going to specifically try to figure something out for this. Maybe we can do something like a lava pool here, since it is kind of recessed. And it's the exact opposite corner, I believe, of the water. Oh, good it is. So, you know, that's where we're at. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.